Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Revival of America podcast. This is Jenny. I'm the owner and the host of the Revival of America. Today we have Kerri Kasem in the house, everybody. So please, if you have a question for Kerri, feel free to raise your hand, and at some point I will unmute your mic and you can ask your question to Kerri. And if you can't speak and you'd like to ask her a question, you can write your comment underneath her picture on the wall here on Telegram. Everybody, for those of you that don't know, Kerri is the founder of Face Some Beauty. It's an all natural skincare. So she has talked a lot about her pain to purpose when it comes to that and how she got into the skincare line. So she will probably come on. Well, she'll talk about that. And then obviously she's going to talk about some other stuff. So as soon as she gets on here, everybody, we'll get started. But in the meantime, I do my PSAs. So with that, everybody, just want to let everybody know, as always, be careful who you listen to, who you follow, and what you're putting into your mind, because it's crazy out there, everybody. I mean, there's always been misinformation and disinformation, but obviously with the recent events of Charlie Kirk, it's gotten more insane, intense out there, and it's just going to get more intense, everybody. The confusion is real. It's going to continue. So keep your mind strong, everybody, because this is a psychological warfare, and it is attacking a lot of people's minds right now. So again, just be careful who you listen to, who you follow. If you have followed, I've been saying 3 to 5 people, but if you followed 1 to 3 people, because that's how crazy it's getting, some of the people that we've listened to are now falling to the wayside. I would just stick and stay with them, everybody, because they've gotten you this far. They're more than likely going to get you over the hump. So please, everybody, be careful. Also, too, we are being listened to over in 100 countries. So please go follow the podcast on the podcast hosts or my social medias, which you get all the updates of the podcast. And they are iHeartRadio, Spotify, Anchor, Apple, Google, Breaker, Pocket Cast, Podbean, Riverside, Amazon Music. Social medias are Jenny Dreed Facebook, at Jenny_Dreed X, at JDreed True Social, at JDreed Rumble, at JDreed Instagram, The Revival of America right here on Telegram. And then I'm out of timeout over on YouTube, everybody, and that's the Revival of America. So I am able to post my shows over there now. I was in timeout for 2 weeks, so I'm still learning the ins and outs of YouTube. That's a fairly new channel over there, but yeah, I was in timeout, but I'm out. So you guys can follow that page as well and go listen to the podcast over there. Also, check out the website, everybody, therevivalofamerica.com. You guys can sign up for the newsletter, which will give you the weekly show lineup, who's going to be the guest, the time, where I'm going to have the show. And then also too, you can go check out John's page, Field's page, Kerri's page, Rick's page. It's a pretty cool little website. The merch store's there. So check that out. It's therevivalofamerica.com. And then last but not least, if you guys have a story or a journey to tell, please reach out to me at TROA submissions at yahoo.com. Give me a little synopsis of your story or your journey. Oh, whoa, whose mic is open? Oh, that's Kerri. And hang on just a second, Kerri. And TROA submissions, and give me a synopsis of your story, so that way we can vet it, and we'll reach out to you via email, and we'll get your voice, your story on the show. And the reason we vet them, everybody, is because unfortunately we do have the shysters out there that want to make up some kind of BS story just to get on a podcast, and that's unfortunate, but this is the world we live in today, unfortunately. Also, email me if you have questions regarding John Field's book, any of that, to my personal email, and that is the Revival of America at yahoo.com. That way I can respond to you with whatever questions you may have. So with that, everybody, Kerri is in the house, so please let's give her a warm welcome. She hasn't been with us for a couple weeks because she has been traveling. So how are you, Kerri?
I am so good, Jenny. How are you?
I'm doing great. How was your travels to Portugal?
I went to Portugal, this is my second time there. It was beautiful. It reminds me of California, if California had all the historic castles, and it was beautiful. Just the weather, the beaches, the mountains. It's stunning. It's definitely someplace I could live. I never thought about going to Portugal until I went there for a horse photo shoot years ago, and I went, wow, this is stunning. I actually had a few extra days, so I went over to Morocco, which is about an hour and a half away by plane. And I went to my favorite place, which is a little beach town a few hours from Marrakesh that has all my favorite horses that I ride. So I did some more horseback riding and videos. So if you guys are not following me on Instagram, please do, or Facebook. You can see my videos and my horses and all that. And I get back to everybody personally. I never let anybody talk for me. So if you ever want to get a hold of me, just do it right there. And I sometimes it takes me a little while to get through my direct messages, but I get to everybody.
Oh, that's awesome. I love it. You're talking to the people. That's cool.
Yep.
So was this a business or was it like just kind of a personal vacation for you? I've
It
seen you,
was.
by the way, on those horses. That's amazing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It was a business trip actually, which was, really fun because I get to ride horses uh and do photo shoots, and this one happened to be for a brand of clothing. So when it comes out, I'll tell you all about it, but it's a brand of clothing, and we did a whole photo shoot on the beach and up in the mountains, and it was really really fun.
Is it a brand of clothing that you're going to be doing or somebody else is having you
No,
do it?
no,
Okay.
it's called JERREAD, and it's someone who met me at a conference when I was speaking and asked me to do some modeling for them, and it that was, yeah, almost a year ago, and it finally came to fruition, and we did it, and it was super fun.
Oh, I love these stories. That's awesome. Well, congratulations, Carrie.
Thank
Um,
you.
yeah, so I was telling the audience, and for the people that don't know, because I know there's some new people here in the audience. Carrie has it's Face and Beauty. She's the founder of her skincare line, and I believe you came into the skincare line. Was it because of the Lyme disease, kind of like the pain to purpose? Is that how it all kind of started for you?
Partially, what it really was I have never looked my age, and it's because I've been doing anti-aging since 27 years old. So I just started with actually we let's even go back farther than that. 24 years old is when I met Carmen Electra, and I remember thinking, my gosh, this woman is so beautiful, and she was so kind and so nice, and we all went to this movie premiere together, and she told me, I use Celex C, which was this cream back then. I think they still have it. She's like, you got to use it, it's fantastic. So I started using that when I was 24. So it actually, my journey started at 24, but at 27 is when I really started using lasers and radio frequency for skin tightening, and I had used baby oil and Hawaiian Tropic on my body and face to get I just tanned constantly. And at 27, there were these dark spots, there were lines on my face. It was just my skin. I had ruined my skin. So that's really what started my anti-aging journey. And I had been for the last 20 years telling people what to use, what works, what doesn't work. I've just constantly been giving advice to celebrities and to non-celebrities. And somebody said to me about 6 years ago, "You make everybody rich but yourself. You are telling everybody to use everyone else's products. You need to do one." And I thought about it, and a couple of years later, that's exactly what I did. I created a non-toxic anti-aging cream with all of or most of the different I guess, substances that I had been using, whether, it was vitamin C, aloe, uh, I mean, green tea extract for the pores and for skin tightening, um, a type of plant-based collagen, all these different ingredients that I had been using with different serums and different, like when you sometimes it takes half an hour to get your face done at night or in the morning because you have to wait, you apply the serum, you wait a little bit, you put your cream on, you put, everything, it takes forever. And I really wanted to do an anti-aging cream that had everything in it. And so that's hence the name The One. You only need this. You don't need serums, you don't need a face primer, you don't need anything else except this. You don't need an extra moisturizer, a hyaluronic acid, all these different things that people use, which are great. It just takes a long time to do, and you have to have all these different things on your counter. And this is one product that has everything in it, and it works. And my secret ingredient, which is not so secret anymore, is serotonin. And serotonin immediately plumps up the skin. So it gets in its hyaluronic acid, it pulls in all that moisture and plumps up your skin immediately. So you actually will see a difference. And over time, it helps your skin retain moisture, water. So it really is amazing. There's also another, um, it's called Skin Tight. It's another proprietary blend, and it's got some amazing ingredients that immediately make your skin look tighter. But it's all ingredients too that if you continue to use, you will see in the long run your face look younger, your face look, the texture look better, the brown spots fading. And it just, it really works. And I'm very proud of it. And it's also completely non-toxic, which you find that there are so many products out there that are not good for you, and your skin is your biggest organ. So when you're putting this on your face and your body, you want it to be something you can actually, you'd want to eat. You'd want it to be as healthy as as food that you'd want to eat. And so that was my goal, because having Lyme disease for 11 years, and I know many of you have heard this story already, but having that for so long, you just see how important it is not to put toxins in your body, because we're eating toxins every day. We're breathing toxins every day. Our lotions, our hair dye, whatever the medications we take, anything. There are chemicals and everything. We're breathing in our houses, and you have off gassing from, if you have a floor that's plastic, right? If you've got vinyl. If you've got paint that's not good for you, you get a little heat on it, it starts to off gas. You're breathing that in. People don't realize what a toll it's taking on your immune system, right? So everything I make and everything I do is going to be healthy and non-toxic. And that's the same thing with when I do my biomagnetic therapy for people. When they come to me, a lot of times people's bodies are so overwhelmed with toxins. And I talked about this, I think the first time I was on your show, Jenny. Is just, there's a cleanse, a very simple cleanse, which just is oil and betaine with pepsin. It is so simple, but it will clear out your liver. It will clean out your gut. It will take away your any parasites, flukes. I mean, just all these different types of worms, and it will clean it out. And it's very simple to do. And you'll also feel after 4 or 5 days like your brain works and you have more energy. And we really do take. I mean, with our animals, let's say we detox our animals more than we detox ourselves. Like my horse, you put dewormer, and when I had a horse, you used to say you deworm your horse every year, every 6 months. You deworm your dogs and your cats, and there's all the anti-parasitics for animals, but not for, you don't hear it until the last few years. Now there's really been a push, to do that, because we're now seeing that cancer is being caused by parasites and autoimmune diseases, and even MS. If you did the oil cleanse 5 times in a row, and I talked about this too, 5 times in a row with this oil cleanse betaine pepsin, um, you're no longer going to experience symptoms of MS. In fact, I did this for my friend who's a professional golfer, Jimmy D, and he's had MS for over 20 years, and he was wheelchair bound last time I saw him. And I begged him, please do this. Please just do this. I've been telling you for years. And he did. He's out of his wheelchair. He's doing push-ups. He's dancing again. I have, testimonials from him. And so it's just very important that we stay as non-toxic as possible.
I agree, and everybody here. That's one of my goals here at the Revival of America, is to bring people on that have these all natural products, because yes, our skin is the biggest organ on the body, and everything that we put on it, consume, including our clothes, they're toxic, right? So I love what Kerri is doing. It goes right in line, with the health part of it too, with what Rick is doing over there, brain IQ health, what John is doing over there, anti-aging med bed. So it's just, we're really blessed, everybody, to have these people come on the show and talk to us on a weekly basis. So I know for me, I use her one skincare. It's amazing. It tastes like, oh, look at you. I haven't tasted it. It smells like a
You can.
it smells like a creamsicle, and
Yeah.
I've canceled all of my beauty products that I used to use with, it was Il Maquillage, and I'm
Oh
just
yeah.
using, yeah, Kerri stuff. So because if you look at like the ingredients in Il Maquillage to what Kerri has, I mean, it's night and day, everybody. It just goes to show you how many bad chemicals are really in everything that we touch. So Kerri has created a code for anybody that is interested in trying something new, more on the healthier side of it when it comes to skincare. The code and the you got to go to our website, faceandbeauty.com. The code is ROA89. And I highly encourage you, if you guys have been looking for something like this and just not knowing where to go, because eventually, everybody, this is where we're going to be. This is where we're turning. We're going to be all natural food, all natural hair products, skin products, you name it. We're going that direction. So definitely check her stuff out. It's amazing. And if you guys have questions for Kerri, please feel free to ask. Raise your hand. I will unmute your mic. So Kerri, now right now it's the serum that you have, the face lotion, which you could pretty much use for your entire body, right?
Yeah, well, and I have been. I've really been seeing my crepey skin go away. But yes, you can use. There's no serum. It's just the serum is actually in it,
Okay.
and that's what's so great about this is that you don't have to put anything else. You don't need anything else. Now, if you have super dry skin and you wanted to use that, or you've got other things going on with your face that this may not take care of, then yes, absolutely add that. It's not going to hurt it or take away from it. But yeah, this really, you don't need anything else. And I use it on my chest, I use it on my arms, it's my neck, my face, and it really did tighten the skin on my arms. And I was looking a little crepey-ish, and now that is going away, and I'm very, very happy about that. Yeah, because I just made it for the face, neck, and chest, right? And then I'm like, why not? What am I doing? Why am I buying other people's lotions? I'm just going to put this on my skin and see if it works. And I mean, my hands look better, the skin on my hands look better, skin on my arms. It's just it's really been amazing. I'm very, very proud of it. And like I said, I've won 2 awards for it. But I don't want to keep going over stuff. I know people have heard this, and I do. If you have any questions, or if you've used the product and you like it, or if if you have, anything you want to say, I would love to talk to you about it. Um, and yes, we did create the code for the show specifically for you, Jenny, and your audience, which is very exciting. Um, I want to tell you, I know that I went to Charlie Kirk's funeral, his memorial, and I don't know if you saw that, but it was pretty amazing.
Yes, I literally live like 10 minutes from that stadium. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You did. You said to me, you said, "Why didn't you come over?" I'm like, "What?"
Yeah. Why did we meet up? Yep. I saw you there. I saw your
Yes.
picture.
Yes, and yeah, I went. We drove. My friends and I. They're like, I said, I really want to go to this. I don't want this to pass me by. This is history. And I had 5 friends. They're like, let's go. We just got in the car and drove there, and it was so beautiful. And it was like the biggest church service that you could possibly go to, whether you were Christian or not. Didn't matter if you were, you're Jewish, you're, agnostic, or you're whatever faith, Christian, Catholic, whatever that may be. There's no way you could deny this incredible, powerful spiritual experience that was happening there amongst everybody. And it was this, I mean, waiting in line for hours and hours and hours. We were waiting in line since we actually got there late, and we actually got there a little before 5 a.m. and we couldn't find parking. So it took us a little while. We finally found parking, and we got there at about 5:20. People were there since 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3:30. Um, but I mean, people were in line, and we were all singing there. Everybody's talking to each other. If somebody was hungry, they're like, "Hey, we have food." It was just even just waiting in line outside the stadium was an experience. It was so beautiful. And uh and it was definitely worth the trip, and I know that you and your audience would appreciate that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, the traffic, there was 5 miles, the traffic on the freeway that was 5 miles long each way. Some of them were, the freeways were shut down for Trump when he arrived. So yeah, it was crazy. So it was definitely a revival, not just for America, but for the world. And if something so horrific had to happen like that for people to come back to God, like, I mean, we are witnessing God's hand in real
Yeah,
time for sure.
absolutely.
So
Absolutely. Yeah, go
Real
ahead.
quickly, Carrie, Sydney has, she had her hand up. I think she may want to ask you a question. Sydney,
Yes.
did you want to ask Carrie a question? Your mic is unmuted. Go ahead. Go ahead, Sydney. If not, Carrie, go ahead and keep talking. I apologize. Go
No,
ahead, Carrie.
no, it's fine. It's fine. Um, no, it's yeah. We were the where we were sitting was right on the side of the stage. We were really pretty when you take a picture it looks like it was far away, but we could see the stage very well, and we were right next to the big monitors, the screens, but above us was Trump. So he was like, we could turn around and see him, and we had around us was all the Secret Service and the FBI and everything. So that was very interesting. And I put a picture up, and then I saw my friend Dana White was with Trump, and we both at the same time like, you're here. Like, I look up and there's my friend. But yeah, it was very interesting to have Trump there. And then we had I don't think it was shown on TV, so they wouldn't show what area of the arena he was in, but that was very interesting too. And just
Well,
the
from what I understand, Trump was a big contributor to that memorial service, and I know he was close to Charlie Kirk, as was Don
yes,
Jr. So,
yes.
it made all the sense in the world that he was there. And I'll tell you what, I had the absolute benefit of being able to watch Air Force One and Air Force Two
Oh,
fly up, and literally, because I'm at the base of White Teak Mountains here in Arizona. It's absolutely gorgeous. And so they like flew up from the Air Force Base and just kind of circled around. And you can just see it right here in my backyard. It was like surreal. We saw them take off, and it was so cool. And then the landing, them coming in was it. I mean, what a sight to see, and then obviously, to be there at the memorial, people were just in awe. So that's super cool.
yeah. It really really was. It really was. It was very special, and I'm just glad I got to say I'm part of history, and got to be there. And Erica Kirk's address to the nation, basically, I mean, there's millions of people were watching, was so heartfelt and so real and so beautiful. And I don't think there was a dry eye in that stadium when she said, "I forgive you," to the man who shot her husband.
The Esther of
Um,
our time.
yeah, yeah,
So
it
I
was.
have a question for you, and everybody here, don't be afraid to ask Carrie any questions. But question I have for you, or if you have a testimonial because you're using her stuff, share that as well. But Carrie, are you gonna? I think you spoke about it before. You are potentially going to be going into the makeup line as well, right?
Yes, yes, it's definitely potentially going to do that. I've had a couple offers, and one with actually a dear friend of mine who runs part of a it's fashion week in Milan and in New York and in Paris, and she's built her brand up. It's a big fashion brand, but she wants to get into the makeup world. So we've been discussing that, and our meetings look like we're heading, to doing that. We're moving forward, and I'm very excited about it. So when that does happen, you will be the first to know. I will come on here and let everybody know.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
better.
Oh, I will. I
I'm
absolutely
kidding.
will, for sure.
All right, Miss Grace, your mic is unmuted. Go ahead and ask Carrie your question. Go ahead, Grace.
Hey, Jenny, thank you so
Hi.
much. Hi, Carrie.
Hi.
It's the first time I've actually gotten to listen to you. I'm a busy mom of four, and I own a business with my husband. So I go at the world 1,500 miles an hour every day.
Yes.
So my
Yep.
apologies for not getting to listen to you before, but I have been wanting to. So my question is this: I am 56, and
Yes.
I feel like I'm youthful, and I feel like I'm very energetic, and I feel like God and my mother gave me really great skin. However, I want to make sure I maintain that youthful glow and the elasticity and all the wonderful things that every woman wants for her, future as you age. What would be your top two? And I'm so sorry if you said this before,
It's okay.
but I
It's okay.
literally Thank you. I literally just popped out of our business and I'm making my way to a football game, a scrimmage. And so I was able to hop on. My question is, what two products would you recommend, or two or three, your top two or three, if you're just kind of getting started on in your product line and you're at the age I'm at and you kind of want to maintain that healthy, youthful, skin, the tightening, and all that good stuff? What are some products you
Sure.
would recommend I start with?
Well, the one that I created called the One, and it's the cream. It's got everything in it that you need. It has so you don't have to go and buy one or two or three different serums, different kinds of moisturizers. I created this cream with a chemist named Angie Chacon. She is a formulator and she's amazing, and she believes in non-toxic products. And I said, I don't want to have like 5 or 6 things on my counter anymore. I want everything that I use in one product. Is it possible? And she said, it is possible. We will have to look at the percentages. We'll have to see what goes with what could, I guess, in chemistry, you have to make sure that one product or one type of chemical doesn't interfere with something else, right? It could make it less than or ruin it. So it took 8 months to actually formulate this product I'm telling you about, the One, and it's got everything in it that your skin needs. You do not need anything else except this cream that we created. If you wanted to do more than that, what I would suggest is certain types of radio frequency machines, which keeps the collagen going. So after 20 years old, you lose half your ability to make collagen, unless you're injured. And after 30, you stop making collagen. That's when you see, you know, the aging really start to occur. And so what I have in my product line right now is the cream, is vitamin C. I've got a proprietary blend called Skin Tight that's got algae in it that really keeps your pores tight, keeps your skin tight, serotonin, which plumps it up, and everything else that's in it. And there is a whole lot of goodness in my product. That's really going to keep that collagen going. But if you wanted to pair that with eh, I mean, they're cheaper now, but radio frequency machines, which really tell your skin this is what it does. Radio frequency basically tells your brain it's being injured. It's saying, okay, there's injury to the face, send collagen, send collagen. So what it does is keep your collagen going naturally. You're not sticking fillers in there. You're not putting, um, there's different kinds of things that are not considered fillers, but Sculptra, like, which grows collagen, which isn't bad, but this is actually having your own body activate the collagen. And along with my cream, those two things really are a recipe for success and for slowing down that aging process.
Thank you so much. I really
Yeah.
appreciate you. And thanks for all you're doing for us. And thank you, Jenny, for always bringing wonderful guests on your show. And God bless you both.
God bless as well. And there is a code. So if you were to go right on to beauty.com right now, it's $149. But for you guys, it's 89.
Well, I'm going to
Yeah,
order some tonight.
Okay. And tell me, I always like to hear feedback. And if you're not happy with it, and sometimes it's not going to be, it's right for most, I'd have to say. It's right for about 95% of the people. And sometimes it's not right for some, and that's okay. I will absolutely return your money, and that would be totally fine too. I stand by this cream. So if it doesn't make you super happy, return it.
Oh, no, I'm sure I'll love it. And I'm going to order some tonight. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
You
The
got
one,
it. You got
correct?
it.
The one.
Yes. The One. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, you got it.
Grace, the website and the code is on the wall. It's underneath her picture there, girly.
Okay, thank you, Jenny. Appreciate you.
Nice to
Of
meet you, Grace.
course. Thank you. All right, everybody. If you guys have questions or a testimonial for Kerri, just please feel free to raise your hand. I will unmute your mic. And again, everybody, I use her cream, and like I said, I canceled, and I've been with Il Makiage for quite some time. I've canceled all of my stuff with them. So, like, if you're looking for alternative, it's definitely a way to go, because I mean, it's not oily, it's not real watery. It's like Kerri says, you feel that tightness right there, and then it smells like a creamsicle. You can eat it. It's great stuff. I highly recommend it.
It is, and there's absolutely no perfume in it whatsoever. Those are all essential oils of lemon and orange, give you that wonderful smell. And it's still not, it's good for your skin, right? So there's nothing in there that's going to irritate. Now, there's there's always a possibility, especially if you are if you have allergies, that could happen. Some people are like, oh, I'm getting a little red, and maybe there's an allergic reaction, but that's very rare. In the 3 years that I've had this, I think it was twice that people like had, they said they felt like they got red with it. And it's supposed to take away the red. So if you have very red skin, this, it's going to blow your mind. And this is when people come up, when I'm doing different shows, when I'm at events or at conferences. And what will sell my cream the fastest is I said, give me your hands, especially if they have redness or redness on your cheeks. I put a little on there, within seconds, the redness is gone. So it's remarkable in that way, especially for people who tend to have red skin.
Wow. So, Kerri, tell me what are you seeing in the industry? Obviously, we're seeing a lot of the stuff going to the all natural side of it, right? So, since you're in this industry and you're doing a lot of research, whether it be for your skincare line or eventually here's some makeup, what are you seeing with the other people out there that aren't the all natural, right? That have all the chemicals. How are you seeing their reactions to all of this, and what kind of feedback are you getting?
You know, it's interesting. There are people that don't even realize, like I did. You know, when you're, especially when you're younger, you're like, what's the best? You don't even think about toxic. You don't even think about like what perfumes are doing to your immune system and all these different chemicals that you just don't know. So when I'm talking to, it depends. Actually, it runs the gamut. You can be young, you can be older. People don't realize how much toxic chemicals are in your everyday makeup and your everyday like lotions and your, you know, anything that you put in your hair, your conditioners. And so when I let them know about what's going on and I ask them, how's your health? Are you tired all the time? How do you feel? What's going on? A lot of people don't feel well. And I tell them a few different things, not just on my my anti-aging cream, but I give them tips. And here's something very interesting. If you eat organic, and I've said this before on this show, if you eat organic, you get rid of 60% of the toxins that go into your body every day. 60%. 60%. And it
Wow.
goes, oh, that's expensive. Really? Expensive? Walmart sells organic food. Walmart. You can always find a way to eat healthier, always. Maybe not all of it, maybe take 50% of your diet and make it organic, right? So when you stop putting all those pollutants in your body, you're going to start to feel better. Your energy is going to come back. Your brain is going to start to function. Your immune system will kick in and start, like the allergies that you have, the exhaustion that you have, the brain fog that's going to start going away. Now, if there's other underlying conditions, it's going to help with that as well. But eating organic is so important. Putting organic substances on your skin is just as important. So those two things can change your life. Get off of the processed food. Get off of the sugars. Get off of gluten. Gluten used to not be bad for you. Wheat used to be amazing for you. I mean, biblical times, that was like you had your bread, right? You break bread, you have your wine, you have your water. That bread was like a sustenance. It was something that could keep you alive. Nowadays, it's been so altered and destroyed. All the vitamin E is gone. It's everything has been, bleached and drained, and there's nothing left. And now when you eat it, it causes massive inflammation in your gut and your body. There are ancient grains, and those do not, being gluten free and gluten intolerant, I'm not celiac, thank God, but I have major problems when I eat it. I can eat ancient grains like sourdough ancient grains, and I have no issue with that. They haven't been altered. So, I say get off the gluten, get off the sugar, get off soy, and I'm off sugar. And that has made a massive difference in my life. And it's not, easy, because sugar is such a massive addiction. They say it's more addictive than heroin. Sugar is more addictive than heroin. And they say the one of the worst things to try and get off is cheese. cheese, they say, is very addictive as well. But I would rather go with the cheese than with the sugar. That's going to be a lot less. It's going to be, well, I think most cheese is going to be a lot less poisonous than sugar. So these are things that I tell people. But I have found too a trend in younger people really understanding, and I think it started with the when you say vegan line, the animal testing, people got very upset with the animal testing and started to really wake up to what's going on with these makeup companies. What are they doing? Why are they hurting animals? Why are they uh, why why are they putting animal products in my makeup? Why so you have this whole new which I love, this new look on cosmetics and uh, on skincare and hair care is I don't want animal products in there. I want them to be vegan and I want them to be cruelty free. And so that's where I think it started. Now people are a little more awake than before with what's going on with what's being put in our lotions, in our conditioners, in our skincare. So, and in our food. People I think are waking up, especially with social media. Back when I was a kid, we didn't have the social media. We didn't have that. I had my dad telling me about, veganism because my father was a vegan and he never pushed it on any of us until when I was 12, I asked my dad, why don't you eat animals? Why? Well, this is why. And he gave me his philosophy and his understanding. And I wanted to be so much like my dad that I started eating vegan at 12 years old. And I was vegan for 24 years. Now I'm vegetarian. I'm strict vegetarian, but I do eat eggs now. Anyway, so that's really, I think, the push towards eating cleaner and the push towards less cruelty and people understanding what's in their products is growing, and I really love that.
Yeah, and I think too, the more that we learn about just how much we've been lied to in the journey of health, right? I know in my journey through this whole thing, I've learned so much about just our food in general. It's toxic. It's so toxic.
Yeah.
All right, Lori, your mic is unmuted. Go ahead and ask Kerri your question.
Hey there. Yeah, I just
Hello.
ordered cream. Thank you,
Oh,
Jenny and
wonderful.
Carrie, for the
You got it.
wonderful discount. So I've placed my order, but I have a question, Carrie.
Yes.
You mentioned earlier when you first got on about a product for MS. I have a very,
Yes.
very dear lifelong friend, 35 years of MS. Her brother died. She and
Mm,
her brother both had it. Her brother took all the drugs, she didn't. So
right.
she's still here, but in pain and has issues, can't really walk and falls and has all kinds of neurological pain. I
Okay.
am very, very interested. Could you repeat, hon, if you don't
Absolutely.
mind? Where you're
Okay.
at with that? Is that something available? I want to share this with my friend. Like, you can't believe. I'm so
Yes.
excited about this, Carrie.
Yes. Write this down. Write this down because this is very important because MS is parasites. That's what MS is. And instead of giving you ivermectin could clear it out. So I would suggest having her take a course of ivermectin, but this too will handle it. This will just handle it. And it's not easy to do. I'm just going to let you know right now. This cleanse, it's not easy. And meaning it doesn't make you feel so good for the first few days. You don't feel good at all, but it is working. What you want to do is you get 100% olive oil, organic olive oil. Make sure they are not mixing it with any other kinds of oils. You want this a very, very 32 ounces of very clean, pure olive oil. Then you're going to take betaine. That's Betaine. You know what? I'm going to take a picture. I have it. I went to get it. It's my capsules. Hold on. Let me get a picture of this. Jenny, can I send it to you?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. Let me take a picture of this. Okay, so I took a picture of this. Jenny, I'm sending it to you right now, and you
Okay.
can put it up. Let's see. Um, so it's betaine with pepsin, betaine HCl and pepsin, and you're going to take 9 of these. Let me give this to you right now, so you have it. Okay, I sent it to you on your text.
Thank
So
you.
you, yeah, betaine HCI, or I'm sorry, HCl plus pepsin. You're going to take 9 of these capsules and you're going to empty it into 32 ounces of olive oil. And what I do is I can, I will take the olive oil out and I will mix it really well with a little spinning thing, or with a fork and kind of like scrambled eggs. Just make sure it gets in there. Put it back into the jar, and then every time you put it in the refrigerator. When you get out, you shake it up again. Shake it up, and you take a cup of olive oil every morning. You can cut it with lemon, but you make sure that you've already got the betaine, the HCl and pepsin in that. You then shake it up and pour yourself a cup. And within that hour, make sure you sip and do not shoot this. Do not shoot it fast. Just sip this. I mean, you can do it 30 minutes, an hour. You sip this in the morning. You do not eat anything. This is what you do. And then you do that 4 days in a row. With MS, you need to do this cleanse 5 times. So you do it for 4 days, wait a day or two, do another 4 days, wait a day, wait 2. If you can continue to do it, great, but you can take a break. Do it 5 times, and it's going to change your friend's life. If they want to do some ivermectin as well, I now have people doing that, and they say it's even better. But this alone, just that alone, will change her life.
Wow, that is amazing. 2 products, olive
That's
oil and unbelievable, and betaine
yeah,
HCO with pepsin.
yep, betaine, betaine, HCl plus pepsin. NutriCost is very cheap. It gives you a ton of these pills, and it's off of Amazon if you'd like. I know that sometimes people don't like to buy off of Amazon. Just make sure when you're buying off of Amazon that it is actually the exact product. It goes back to the original website. But I mean, you can also get this in a good health food grocery store. You can get this.
It's on the wall, everybody. The picture she sent me is on the wall, so you guys know what you're purchasing.
Thank you. I can see that. Thank you so much. And who was it that you said, a friend of yours that was in a
Yes.
wheelchair and now
Yes.
isn't? Who was that,
Hi-
Kerri?
His name is Jimmy D. He did give me a testimonial. I don't talk about the people that I help unless they are okay with it. He's a professional golfer, and he sent me himself dancing. And I mean, I can read you. Let me read you what he wrote me, um, because I had known him for a very long time, but he did get off the medication and started to go holistic. So he was taking vitamins, drinking vitamins, which helped him immensely, but he was still slowly declining. And when I saw him the last time, it wasn't good. So he says, all the glory goes to God, Jesus Christ, and the Holy Ghost. um, God's guidance, along with Kerri's confidence that gave us the assurance to proceed. Forever grateful to you. Definitely will update. If only you. Oh, this is his wife. God's guidance, along with Kerri's confidence that gives us the assurance to proceed. Forever grateful to you. Definitely, I will update. If only you saw him in February. Absolutely astonishingly good results. Heart and a little party face. And I just said, thank you so much for telling me this. He sent me a picture of him dancing. Um, he said, thank you, X all. Yes, I definitely understand the importance of it. Yes, another prayer you've answered. Seriously, I haven't been comfortable. Uh, I don't know. It says in which is a good source. This is amazing. We will definitely order some. And that was selenium. I asked him, told him to take some more vitamins. But he literally he sent me a video of him dancing and doing a push-up.
Now, is this good for every kind of challenge that individuals may have? Because we all know, like you said, a lot of these sicknesses and diseases and things, the big C word that they
Yep.
created through the Rockefellers. Is this
Yep.
good for all of that stuff? Like,
Everything. Everything.
leukemias, breast
Everything.
cancer? Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
So the woman who healed me, Dr. Marie, she she handles a lot of the big C. I don't talk about it much, but she handles a lot of it.
I
And
mean,
yeah, and she uses this the first thing. And there was a guy, 36 years old, he had brain tumors, and he was told there was nothing they could do. They were inoperable. And he came to her and she said, I want you to start taking this every day. He didn't just take a cup every day. He took 32 ounces every day, and within 1 month, all of his brain tumors were they were like crystallized. They were calcified. They were no longer growing, and they were dead.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
amazing.
He's
Thank you.
still living. Yeah, that was a few years ago. He's still living. Actually, it was 2 years ago.
You guys, we truly are really blessed to get this kind of information. Like, who is getting this? Nobody out there in the real world. Like, we are like the 1% of the 1%, right? So, Kerri, thank you so much
Yep.
for these. Because, I mean, again, yeah, Kerri's gone through her own challenges with Lyme disease, and she's had to heal herself, and she's come across a lot of these people, and she's sharing them with us. So, I really appreciate that, Kerri. Thank you so much. Let's
Absolutely.
see. Kimberly, your mic was unmuted. Go ahead. Do you have a question for Kerri? Go ahead, Kimberly. All right, Grace, you came back up. Go ahead, Grace. Grace, did you have another question?
Yes,
I
I'm
had
so
another
sorry.
question
Okay, hang on
when
just
you
a
get
second,
a
Lori.
chance.
Hang on just a second, Lori. Go ahead, Grace.
I did. I'm sorry, I wasn't pressing my button correctly, and I do know how to do that. You know that, Jenny. Kerri, can you say that combo one more time? I'm in a position
Sure.
I can write it, and I just
Sure.
want to write down what you said. Thank you. And I do see the picture on the wall. I
Yep.
understand what the product is. Just say the combo one more time, and thank you so much for sharing your valuable information. God
You're
bless you.
very, very welcome. You're very welcome. You want to do a cup of pure virgin cold pressed organic olive oil. Now, with olive oil, they are mixing, so make sure it's just olive oil. Um, and you want to do a cup of that in the morning. Some people can't. Now, if you cannot get down, some people throw it up. And if you can't, start with a half a cup, but just start doing this. So it's 32 ounces of olive oil. Then you're going to take 9 of these betaine HCl plus pepsin pills. 9. You open them up. You open up the capsules. You dump it in um, the olive oil. Now you can take out half the olive oil. You can take out all the olive oil and dump it like in a glass container. Do not put this in plastic. Something that's in glass, and you make sure that betaine is really good in there. It's like really mixed well. Some people just take out half the olive oil and they dump the pepsin in there and then they shake it up real well. That does work. Sometimes it gets clumpy. Um, so then you put that in your refrigerator, and in the morning, right when you wake up, you pour yourself a cup. You can take lemon and you can cut it with lemon. Sometimes people do that because it is not an easy cleanse to do. And you sip it. You do not drink it fast. You sip this for 30 minutes to an hour, depending on how well your body can accept the olive oil. And you do that 4 days in a row. Then, if you do have other issues, you want to continue that. With MS, you do it 5 times in a row. If you're dealing with, cancer, you're dealing with other things, you could do this every day.
Thank you, Kerri.
Yeah.
Thank you, Grace. All right, Carol, go ahead. Your mic is unmuted. Go ahead, Colorado Carol. Your mic is unmuted.
All right. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you, Kerri.
Yeah.
I think you clarified that. I was taking this down for a friend who has MS, and you said do this 5 times. So just 5 times, not 5 whole recipes again. Just
Yes, no, it is 5 whole recipes again. So with MS, you need to do 4 days, of the 32 ounces. Then you do another. You could take a day off if you can keep doing it. Great. Take a day, take two, then start again with another, 32 ounces. And you want to make sure that you do a cup a day, and that's 5 times. So 4 times 5. So that's going to be, 20 days.
okay. That makes sense to me. Thank you.
Very welcome. Very
Thank you,
welcome.
Kerri. Go ahead, Lori. Go ahead. Your mic is unmuted.
I just wanted to ask Kerri if this would also help for rheumatoid arthritis.
Yes. Anything that makes now rheumatoid arthritis is something to do with your immune system. I have it. Um, and it I no longer have any symptoms of it. I used to have it so badly in my hips, so badly in my hands, that playing piano hurt. Getting up from, sitting position, especially when I'm dating younger guys, and limping didn't look so good. So I would stand up and I would wait a few seconds before I took a step so I wasn't limping. So I know what that feels like. I know how horrible it is. This, yes, absolutely helps. But also what helped as well is getting off gluten, anything that caused more inflammation in my body. So you want to get off the processed foods. I don't know if you're already off of gluten. Gluten creates massive inflammation in your body, in your brain, in your gut. And that can actually make rheumatoid arthritis worse, or any inflammatory disease worse. So this will help immensely. This cleanse will help immensely. Getting off inflammatory foods will help. And also, there's something called the stem cell recipe. Jenny, do you still have that stem cell recipe that I talked about, um, with the chlorella, the bee pollen, there's I'll send it to you,
I
Jenny.
don't think I ever got it.
Um, yeah, let me send this to you.
Yeah, I'll take it
This
though for sure.
this helps immensely. If you did all this, that arthritis, it's gonna. I mean, I don't have it anymore, thank God. But I also did 8 months of biomagnetic therapy plus this, and it did help. Let me find you this
What's it
stem
called
cell.
again? What is it?
It's called the stem cell recipe. It's what my healer, Dr. Marie, came up with.
Okay,
Um,
yeah.
Stem cell. Let me get this for you.
Damn girl.
Also,
You need to write a book.
I know. This also does help with hair. If people are losing their hair, or they can't grow it back after they did lose it, this will regrow your hair. But this is the stem cell recipe. Here we go.
Sweet. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, let me this to you here. Okay.
You guys, I can't tell you how lucky we are to have this. Oh my goodness. It just came through. Thanks.
Yeah, okay, great. So, and then, you want to take chlorella, phytoplankton. You can do, I didn't put the measurements there because some people, yeah, you start off with a little, and then you can get to, you can start off with half a teaspoon of the phytoplankton. You could, a teaspoon of the chlorella, and then, you want to go up every week. You want to go up on that until you're taking a tablespoon of phytoplankton, a tablespoon of chlorella.
Oh, I love it. Thank you, Kerri, for that. I'll put that on the wall for everybody. And everybody, you guys, Kerri's here she's gonna be with us here every week. So if you guys have questions next week after you hear this, or you have friends or family that want to come in and maybe listen to what she's got to say, please bring them in. And again, don't be shy to ask the questions. We're here for you guys. So she's got about 10 more minutes. And if you guys, please, if you have any more questions, feel free to ask away. Otherwise, she will be here. We're trying to tie her down, figure out which day works best for her schedule, and my schedule.
Yeah.
But you're going to be moving though, right? Tomorrow, you're moving full time to Florida, right? Tomorrow.
Yes, well, the truck gets, I've been packing up my house this entire week. And Friday actually is when the moving truck comes. The pod comes where can start filling it tomorrow. And then Friday I have for the big furniture, I have some movers coming, and then I leave on Tuesday to go to Florida.
Are you super excited, or are you kind
I
of
am.
bummed out?
No, 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 no. I am very excited. It's the first time in my life I have not had a home base in California. Born and raised here, always had my home here. No matter where I went, even if I lived in another country or lived in another state, I always had home base. I've completely cut ties with California. I cannot do it here anymore. Um, I have most of my friends have left, and I have, of course, a few really dear friends here and some family, but I'm coming back once a month anyways to work, so I'll see everybody. I'll probably see people more now than when I'm here full time. So I'm very happy. I will be with a wonderful group of my friends in Florida that are, just we're gonna all live close to each other, and I had a birthday party, I had 30 people come for my birthday in Florida. So I really have a big group over there, which I love.
I love that. Well, congratulations on that, girlie.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Everybody, I'm going to highly encourage all of you guys, if you guys think about it over the week, you guys have questions you want to me to send to Kerri so we can talk about it next week, please email those to me at therevivalofamerica@yahoo.com. Otherwise, we'll come back here next week with Kerri. And again, I'll let you know which day it's going to be. But Kerri, if nobody has any more questions, I mean, unless you want to say some closing statements.
No, I just, yeah, just make sure you take care of your health, especially if you're feeling good now and healthy. Don't take it for granted. This is the food here in America is not safe, and knowing this group that I'm talking to, you're probably, know way more than most people and most conferences that I talk at. So it's just so very important that health is wealth, and it's the most important thing. So do what you can to eat organic, do what you can to stay off the processed food, the junk food, drink clean water, and stay. You know what, I think also staying positive, not not being negative. A lot of times people always go to the negative. It seems like it's easier to go to the negative instead of the positive. And if you believe in prayer, pray, because it's powerful. If you believe in the universe, if you believe in God, if you believe in angels, then that's, talk to them, talk to them, pray with them. There's also, I really believe that if you stay uptone, if you stay in a place where you're grateful, where you feel blessed, where um you say that out loud too, how blessed you are. You count your blessings. You write down, what was good that day, and you say, tomorrow is going to be a wonderful day. Tomorrow I am going to something magical is going to happen. Tomorrow something wonderful is going to happen. It will. And then when you're in that day, say something wonderful is happening. Something wonderful is happening. And when you start to feel down and you start to get a little depressed or sad, or you have that anxiety kick in, or whatever it may be, something wonderful is happening. Just say it as though it's happening, and it will. It will come. Little things will come, and watch for them. And that is something that I do when I'm going through hard things, and even when I'm not. When life is good, you forget that, right? But if life is good, keep saying, this is wonderful. Thank you. I am so grateful for these blessings. I'm so grateful for this. And something wonderful is happening. Something wonderful, and then something wonderful is going to happen tomorrow. But make it as it already is happening. And that does help. It really does. And I want to pass that on, because it's very powerful.
Amen to that. Thank you, Kerri. And everybody, thank you guys so much for being here. Kerri will be back here next week. And maybe, Kerri, next week, you just mentioned something pretty powerful as well, is the clean water. We know that there is clean water out there. Maybe we can talk a little bit about that, because we know this
Yeah.
bottled water that we ingest is, excuse my language, but it's shit. So
Yes. Yes.
maybe we can touch on some of that clean water, and maybe where people can get it next week.
Absolutely. That'd be a good topic.
All right, sweetie, safe
Okay.
moves, and we'll
Okay.
talk to you soon. God bless everybody. Come back at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time over on my X account. We're going to have Silk from the Diamond and Silk Show, everybody. If you want a good laugh, get your booties over there and let's have some fun, because she's a hoot. So we'll talk to you soon. Thank you, Kerri. God bless you, my
Okay.
friend.
God bless.
Take
Bye-bye.
care. Bye-bye.